I'm here with my 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Q4 with all-wheel drive. This is my new car. It's a new lease car that I got a few weeks ago. I decided to upgrade just a little bit in terms of the trim level, so I went from a base model considered here in the US to a TI with the new anodized blue metallic paint for 2020. This car also has, it has the standard Bridgestone run flat all season tires and the 18-inch standard TI wheels. 280 horsepower engine, same as I had in the 2019. This one has a TI advanced driver assistance package. So this has the level 2 autonomous driving, which means that you can drive on certain divided highways with two fingers, or preferably a whole hand or two on your steering wheel. And then it also comes with traffic sign recognition, blind spot monitoring with active blind spot assist, so it will steer you back in your lane if you try to change lanes and someone's in your blind spot. Front and rear park sensors. This one I basically it's just those two options. You got the TI advanced driver assistance package and the anodized blue metallic, which was I think a $600 option for the blue, but I wanted the new color. I wanted the new ADAS system for 2020, so went with anodized blue on the exterior, and as you'll see, I went with a tan interior, so a little more classy, a little more just traditional styling. So back seat same as before, but in tan. So it's nice with the black injection molded upper door panels with the tan contrast panels. This just has the standard 8-speaker sound system. It doesn't, the 8-speaker sound system really doesn't sound as bad as I thought. I actually don't know if you're not a complete audiophile, I wouldn't really go for the Harman Kardon 14-speaker surround sound. I think the 8-speaker for probably like 80-85% of people is going to be perfectly adequate. It has the silver painted calipers, which are just the standard color calipers. I didn't get any extra red or yellow or black. I just got the standard silver, just pretty basic there. Shark fin antenna, new for 2020. It seems like they put a dot here on the fuel filler cap, the fuel filler door, and same cap as before. Premium recommended for max performance. So we'll let's take a look inside. Let's open the hood. Same keyless system as before. Just put your hand in the door handle and open it up. This is an all new steering wheel for 2020, which feels a lot thicker, a lot beefier with the perforated inserts, which is really nice. Console is much easier to use. It's much more open and airy, but we'll go into that in just a minute after we go underneath the hood. Just take a quick look. Clean engine bay. This lever hasn't been really upgraded. It's still kind of flimsy, just FYI. I know that's a common complaint with some of the owners if you're an enthusiast and pop the hood often. Underneath the hood, 2-liter turbo, 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque. And it looks pretty clean right now. Well, there's a little bit of dust. I've already put about 2,000 miles on this car, so the summer can be a little dusty here in Michigan. But yeah, this is what a clean engine looks like. It won't look this clean for the remainder of the lease, but at least you guys will be able to see it now. Everything's nice and tight. Everything's locked on. And you can hear the electric oil pump is still whirring. So yeah, that's the underside. Not much new here, to be honest with you. Same engine, same performance. Same great powertrain with a lot of torque. Same dual hood latch design. Yeah, I can't say there's anything. I haven't had any issues with the stop-start system in these 2,000 miles, but obviously it's a new car. I shouldn't have any issues with that. My last car had an issue where when I got it delivered, the 2019, I couldn't get the door handle open on the outside, which they fixed it after a couple days, and I brought it back and they fixed that. It was just a disconnected door handle on the outside. But that was on my last car. This car didn't have that. I'm really in love with this color. I actually really like the anodized blue. I think blue is becoming more and more popular in cars. I see it more at auto shows, and I love blue. It's really sharp. It stays under the radar. Well, it's a little different than silver, black, or beige, so it's a little different too. All right, let's step inside. take a look, start it up. It's a hot day, it's like 93 degrees. Same solid door sound. Starts up, familiar chime. And it's not quite as loud as my last car, that chime noise, because this is actually a fake speaker back here. It's more for looks, just to make the common door panel for manufacturing easeability. Same storage compartment under here, you know, flock lined, which is nice. All new infotainment system display, which is really nice. I really like that. You know, it has driver assistance features. We'll do a separate review on all those features, but traffic sign recognition, highway assist. It's even got the buttons right here. Straighten the wheel out a little bit. Yeah, highway assist. You engage the adaptive cruise by pressing this button, turn it on, hit down to start it. Change your distance between the car in front of you. With this, there's like 4 different distances, which are like 1 second, 2, 3, and 4 second distances from that person. And then you got the highway and traffic jam assist right here, so it'll actually drive itself in traffic. If you have your hand on the steering wheel, it'll come to a stop and basically follow the car in front of you in the lane. So it'll do steering corrections from 0 to 37 miles an hour for traffic jam assist, and then on divided highways it has highway assist, which is only activated if it's a specified, mapped out, validated divided highway. And that will be registered by the GPS, so you have to have navigation built in, which will verify that you're on the correct road. And then you got traffic sign recognition. The last road I was on had a speed limit of 45, and then that will actually check the navigation against what it reads on the on the road, the actual sign. And then if it has a difference, it'll actually show you both of the signs next to each other. So let's say the sign read 45 miles an hour, or the camera read 45 miles an hour. GPS says it's 55. It'll have 2 signs next to each other, and then after like 30 seconds, it goes to whatever the GPS shows, I believe. So it just kind of gives you 2 reference points. But a lot more storage. Like, you know, you got tons of room up here. It's not like that wall that was here where there wasn't anything back here. So this is nice lined like rubber mat right here, which is good. USB port, 12-volt power outlet, automatic dual zone climate control, bigger, deeper cup holders, which I did notice that don't seem to get in the way as much with the climate control system. Ambient lighting around the cup holders, which is nice, and seems to fit the, you know, I mean, cup holders seems like, you know, for an enthusiast like myself, I don't really care about the cup holders that much, but for a lot of customers, I think they really want to be able to hold their big gulps from the, you know, Speedway or whatever gas station you go to. Parking brakes locate up here. It used to be back here, now it's here. And then now you have like the normal, you have this more, what do you call it? Monostable. Well, you have a monostable shifter for the transmission here, and then you have the monostable drive mode selector here. So it doesn't stick with it as it did before. Like, it has new graphics, which is kind of cool. So that was normal. This is dynamic, normal, advanced efficiency. So new graphics. Monostable drive mode selector, got a few different fonts, a much more positive click sound to this center piece with a knurled aluminum piece here, and you have aluminum, I believe this is real aluminum, if not it's a good imitation of aluminum surround around the shifter with the Italian flag. And then in other markets, this parking brake would be where this storage compartment is, so you can put a key there or change whatever you want as extra storage. This is like a nice, I believe it's a fake wood grain, but it's a really nice imitation of open pore wood grain, and it's all over the dashboard and around the door handles. So it's a really nice, classy, kind of traditional classy design of what a European luxury sedan is like. This car definitely drives a little softer than my 2019. My 2019, it was a base model. This is a more luxury oriented TI model, so the suspension feels a little softer. I don't know if it's, I think it's the tires, to be honest. I think the Pirellis are a little more grippy and sporty, so if you want a grippier tire, get the Pirellis. If you want comfort, get the Bridgestones, and the Continentals, I've heard, are also more on the comfy side. I will say the steering is thicker, like better bolstering, more perforation here, which is really nice. It feels like more beefy, kind of a little bit more like a BMW steering wheel, to be honest. Not as thin rimmed, so you don't actually feel quite as much feedback through the wheel as like the 2017 through 2019s. And I feel like the on-center steering response is not quite as sharp as the 2017 through 2019, but it creates a more relaxed attitude. So it's kind of matter what you're looking for. Get a 2019. I think there's still new ones on the lot right now if you want ultra sharp, the best handling sports sedan, period. The 2020s, I believe, is still like, I still think it's the best handling sports sedan, but the steering's just not quite as twitchy. So if you want razor sharp Ferrari-like steering, get the 2019. If you want a sporty, like solid feeling luxury sedan with a thick steering wheel and like a really solid feel, get the 2020. Also, I've noticed this car is definitely quieter, and that's because this has, on the front doors, it has dual pane glass now with a acoustic laminate layer in between the two panes. So you have a quieter interior. And I think that about wraps it up. I'm gonna, do some more reviews on this thing as the miles roll on by. I also will say the 2020s, if you don't get the high performance bi-xenon headlights, the cornering, static beam cornering lights were taken out of the 2020s, unless you get the high performance swiveling bi-xenon headlights, which I believe are an extra $800 option. So just FYI on that. The LEDs are missing from the headlight, and there's no option to change that cornering light feature in the infotainment anymore. All right, let's get out. Take a quick look around it one more time. But it's about, I got a few birds that crapped on it, but what are you gonna do? But, I got a car wash a few days ago. It was recently in the shop because it was kind of idling a little bit like finicky. It was just a little too rough, and they root caused it to a faulty fuel injector. So the fuel injection, the whole rail assembly with the 4 fuel injectors was replaced. It still idles a little. It kind of spurts and stumbles for like the first few seconds when you start it up, but I heard it's actually the emissions software for 2020s because it meets that new ultra low emissions vehicle 125 standard. So that's why it idles a little more rough for the first minute or so when you start up a car in a cold start. So it's not a problem. It's just that's just to reduce the emissions. The engine's not running as rich as the 2017 through 2019s on a cold start. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick review on the 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Q4 sedan. I'm gonna make a lot more videos on this bad boy to come. And if you have any questions, put them in the section below. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.